Okay, I am going to say what nobody else will say out loud. Cassie Howard, who spent 2 entire seasons as Maddie's best friend, sneaking around behind her back, crying in the bathtub, running into doors, and somehow still ending up with Nate Jacobs, has now been confirmed to be marrying that man. In the suburbs, while posting on what is essentially OnlyFans. Dressed in a dog costume, on a platform similar to it. And Sam Levinson looked at all of us and said, "I promise the wedding will be unforgettable." And by the end of this video, you are either going to agree with me that this is the most unhinged and genius television setup of 2026, or you are going to come for me in the comments. Stay with me because I have receipts. Okay, so Euphoria Season 3 premieres on HBO and Max on April 12th, which is less than 2 weeks away. And I am covering every single thing confirmed about what happens in this season before we all watch together. I am going through every character update from the 5-year time jump. I am breaking down what the new trailer actually shows and what it is hiding. I am talking about Rue in Mexico, the DEA interrogation, Nate in a blood-soaked wedding suit, Jules reuniting with Cal, Lexi working for Sharon Stone, Maddie helping Cassie build her content empire, and one detail about Eric Dane's final performance that I think every Euphoria fan needs to hear before April 12th. Plus, I am giving you my full hot take on whether this show can actually deliver after a 4-year wait and the most chaotic production history in HBO history. Let us get into it. First, a quick reset for everyone. Euphoria Season 2 ended in February 2022. Yes, 2022. We have been waiting 4 years for this. The delay was caused by the 2023 WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, the tragic deaths of Angus Cloud and co-executive producer Kevin Turen in 2023, Sam Levinson finishing The Idol, and the fact that Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, and Sydney Sweeney became 3 of the biggest movie stars on the planet during the gap, which turned scheduling into an absolute nightmare. HBO confirmed in statements that scripts did not reach a shootable state until late 2024. Filming ran from early 2025 through November 2025, and now it is April 2026, and it is finally here. The wait has been literally one full high school career in length, which is either an accident or a piece of Sam Levinson's symmetry that is almost too perfect. And I haven't even gotten to the part that broke the internet yet. Season 3 features a 5-year time jump. Every character has graduated. We are completely out of East Highland High and into the messy, complicated world of early adulthood. Sam Levinson explained the choice to press by saying 5 years felt like a natural place because if they went to college, they would be out of college at that point in time. And what he revealed about where each character actually lands after those 5 years is honestly more chaotic than anything that happened in the previous 2 seasons combined. Let us go character by character because every single one of these updates deserves its own moment. Rue Bennett, Zendaya. We left Rue at the end of Season 2 in a complicated place. Sober but in debt to a drug dealer named Lori, who had previously made the threat of human trafficking very real and very explicit. 5 years later, Sam Levinson confirmed to press at an HBO presentation, and I am paraphrasing his exact words here. We pick up Rue south of the border in Mexico, in debt to Lori, trying to come up with some very innovative ways to pay it off. The new trailer shows Rue in what looks like active danger, running from people, being interrogated by DEA agents about drug dealings in Mexico, and in at least one moment being nearly killed. Zendaya herself said in a Vanity Fair interview that her most important job is to do justice by the people who love and care about Rue, and make sure she is looked after as a character. And Coleman Domingo, who plays Rue's sponsor Ali, told GQ that Sam Levinson is very much interested in the existential question of who we are right now. What does that mean for Rue? T means this season is not just about survival. It is about who Rue is choosing to be in the world as an adult. And the Mexico debt storyline is the physical manifestation of every consequence she has been running from since Season 1. Okay, I need you to focus, because this part changes everything we thought we knew about where this season is really going. Cassie Howard, Sydney Sweeney, living in the suburbs with Nate, engaged. Now confirmed to actually get married this season because Sam Levinson looked at a room full of press in London and said, and I am quoting him directly here, I will say that Cassie and Nate do in fact get married. I am confirming it. And I promise that it will be an unforgettable night. The fact that he felt the need to promise that the wedding will be unforgettable means something happens at that wedding that nobody is going to see coming. The trailer shows Nate lying on the ground in a blood-soaked wedding suit. a blood-soaked wedding suit. And Levinson also confirmed that Cassie is deeply addicted to social media, envious of what appears to be the big lives her high school classmates are living and creating content on a platform similar to OnlyFans. There is a shot in the trailer of her in a risque dog costume, dancing for a camera. Sydney Sweeney, in an interview, said the new season is going to be very, very wild. And that was before we saw the dog costume. Take that however you want. Nate Jacobs. Jacob Elordi. Elordi said in press interviews that Nate is nicer in Season 3, which is apparently the character's explanation for why Cassie actually went through with marrying him. He is working in construction and building lots from a position of authority, appearing to follow in his father Cal's footsteps professionally. The trailer suggests Cal and Nate are working together, which is one of the most psychologically loaded relationship dynamics this show could possibly revisit. And then there is Nate on the ground in that wedding suit covered in blood. I need everyone in the comments to tell me what they think happened there. We are not even at the craziest part yet. Keep watching. Jules, Hunter Schafer, in art school. Very nervous about having a career as a painter and actively trying to avoid responsibility at all costs. The trailer shows Jules reuniting with Cal Jacobs, which is one of the most unexpected and emotionally heavy developments of the entire season preview. Cal is Eric Dane's character. And I need to talk about Eric Dane right now because this is the part of the Season 3 conversation that feels the most important to me before April 12. Eric Dane was diagnosed with ALS on April 10, 2025. He returned to the Euphoria set just 4 days later on April 14, 2025. He completed every single one of his Season 3 scenes before production wrapped in November 2025. He passed away on February 19, 2026 at age 53. His Season 3 performance will be released posthumously. And Dane said in a previous interview with Variety that viewers would see a moment of truth and some sort of redemption for Cal this season. Sam Levinson said in a statement that working with him was an honor and being his friend was a gift. This man showed up 4 days after his ALS diagnosis to film his final role on a show that he had been part of since 2019. And the scenes he filmed, including whatever is happening between Cal and Jules, are going to hit completely differently, knowing what he carried to set every single day. I just want everyone to have that context before they watch. Maddie, Alexa Demie, working in Hollywood at a talent agency for a manager, with her own side hustles going on, as Levinson described it. The trailer shows Maddie helping Cassie with her content creation career, which is the most chaotic best friend redemption arc this show could have given us, and I am obsessed with it. These two spent 2 seasons at each other's throats over Nate, and now they are apparently building a digital media empire together in their mid-20s. The audacity of this show. Lexi, Maud Apatow, assistant to a showrunner played by Sharon Stone, which is, first of all, perfect casting, and second of all, full of obvious potential for commentary on the entertainment industry, the way stories get made, and who gets to tell them. Levinson describing Sharon Stone as absolutely delightful and a true icon is also sending me. I know. But wait, there is one more thing. Because here is something about this season's production that I think is genuinely exciting and not getting enough attention in the wider conversation. Season 3 was shot on a new Kodak motion picture film stock in both 35mm and 65mm. Sam Levinson and cinematographer Marcel Rev worked directly with Kodak to commercially develop this new stock specifically for this season, which means Season 3 of Euphoria is going to look like nothing else on television right now. The visual language of this show has always been one of its strongest qualities, and they pushed it even further this time. Coleman Domingo told GQ that he thinks Season 3 is breaking the mold of television, and that it is going to feel more like cinema than television. And based on what we know about the production, I believe him. The official logline from HBO describes the season as following a group of childhood friends wrestling with the virtue of faith, the possibility of redemption, and the problem of evil. Which is an extremely Euphoria way of describing what is essentially the question all of us are asking in our mid-20s. Who did you become? Was it worth it? Can you actually change? And Season 3 appears to be asking those questions through Rue trying to survive Mexico, Cassie trying to survive her own marriage, Nate on the ground in a bloody suit, Jules finding unexpected connection with the man who made her teenage years complicated in ways she did not fully understand, and Maddie figuring out how to build a life when everything you knew in high school turns out to be completely different in the real world. Season 3 runs for 8 episodes. It premieres April 12, 2026, on HBO and Max at 9 p.m. Eastern. New episodes drop every Sunday, through the finale on May 31st. The first trailer dropped January 14th. A second trailer dropped March 30, showing Rue being interrogated by DEA agents. Tickets to the cultural event of the spring are available starting this Sunday night, and they are completely free because you already have HBO. Tell me in the comments, what is the one storyline you are most excited about going into Season 3? For me, it is the Cassie and Nate wedding. It has to be. But I genuinely need to know if the Rue in Mexico storyline or the Eric Dane Cal redemption arc is hitting harder for other people right now. Drop it below. Euphoria Season 3, April 12. I will have the full episode 1 reaction and breakdown up as soon as I have watched it. Subscribe and hit the bell right now so that video is waiting for you the minute it goes live. Do not miss it. I will see you April 12th.